In this video, I'm going to talk about getting airplane tickets and throwaway tickets when you're planning on traveling to or moving to and from the Philippines. I hope you are all doing well. Since I've already got my ticket, I thought I'd make a video and show you guys what I use to find airplane tickets and what I'm going to be using in the future, and show you also about throwaway tickets because I also purchased a one-way ticket because I have no plans on leaving. And then I'm also going to get an Onward ticket, or otherwise known as a throwaway ticket. So I'm going to show you, what sites I have looked at, what ones I think is the best, and what I'm using. So I am on my laptop. I'm going to make myself smaller. I've already pulled up what I use, so I don't waste so much time. So let me just get myself out of the way and show you guys what I use real quick. Let me make myself smaller. All right. So usually in the past, what I have used was Cheapo Air, cheapoair.com. And there will be links to all of these sites in the description, so you can check those out down below if you like. But anyway, so from Tokyo to Cebu on April the 1st, like I said, I got a one-way. So I just want to show you like what comes up, and we can compare them real quick. So if you search for flights, this is what will takes a couple of seconds, and this is what will come up. Now I have set this in US dollars. I'm in Japanese yen since I'm in Japan. I might switch this to actually yen. Nah, I'll just leave it on dollars, I guess. But this is what comes up. It searches a lot of the different airlines. As you can see, Cebu Pacific, Singapore Airlines, Asiana Airlines, Cebu Pacific Air, Cebu Go, and Philippines Airlines, etc. And you can sort these by, you can sort these out from the cheapest, to the most expensive. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not really sure how you do that right now, but I think you can sort them by cheapest priced. Oh yeah, here. If you click on cheapest, you can get from the cheapest to more expensive. And over here, you got different options. Non-stop, one-stop, or two stops. Now I know for a fact it takes about 4 or 5 hours to get to the Philippines. So this first one that comes up, Cebu Pacific, leaves Tokyo at 1:15. But this, it's only $377 one way, but it's a 12-hour flight, and it arrives at 1:05 a.m. the next day. So that's too long of a flight for me, even though it's cheap. I mean, it might work out for some of you guys out there. And then this next one at $392 is from Narita to Cebu, but that's $392. And I actually paid in yen, which is like 77,000 yen. So if I switch, actually let me switch this to yen to compare. So these are actually cheaper than what I paid. But the problem with this one at 8:55 a.m. is it takes me a couple hours to get to the airport. And because this is an international flight, I believe you have to be there a couple of hours beforehand. So maybe 3 hours beforehand. So if this is 9 a.m., I'd have to be there about like 6 or 7, and then it takes me a couple hours to get to the airport from where I am, which means I'd have to leave at like 4 a.m. And there's just no, trains available at that time in the morning to run to where I can get there on time to make this flight, so I couldn't get it. Now, you got this one at 1:15 p.m., but then again, it's a 12-hour flight and arrives the next day at 1:05 a.m. So you have Asiana Airlines. This one's at 1:20, and again, another 12-hour flight, 16-hour flight. Now, from here, it only takes like 5 hours. From America, it might take you 16 hours or something. But so the reason why these are so cheap usually is because they have such long flights, so many layovers. Like this one's 30 hours, 10 hours. Again, on the left-hand side, you can choose what time you want to leave. You can choose like how long you want to take. So if you, scroll this down, to where it takes, only up to like 5 or 6 hours, which is normal from here anyway, then the prices are going to change. So now you got leaving at 8:55, which I can't do because it's too far away for me. Might be okay for some of you guys, but the next flight on Philippines, cheapest one is 130,000 yen. So like I said, what I got mine was 77,000 yen, so that's like almost double the price. So that's Cheapo Air. So I didn't use Cheapo Air. I also used to look at Sky Scanner. They also search different airlines. So this one's from Tokyo, any airport, to Mactan, which is in Cebu on April 1st. Again, it's one way, one adult. So if we check that one out, and again, you can change this from dollars to whatever currency you like to choose. So like me, I'll just change this to yen, the Japanese yen, and click save. Now here we go. So the cheapest on this one again is 26,000 yen, but it's a 16-hour flight. And so that's on Cebu Pacific. It leaves at 1:15 p. Oh no. So this is the 8:55 a.m. one, like Cheapo Air. But it's a 16-hour flight. You leave at like midnight the next day. So again, if you don't want to, if you are good with, doing those long flights, 16, 30 hours flights, then good on you. But again, like this one is only 5 hours, but it leaves at 8:55 a.m. So if I lived in like Tokyo or something, I'd probably be doing this one, but I don't. So I didn't get it. But you can, again, you can adjust the time on here down to maybe like 6 hours or something. So then you got this 8:55, which I can't take. And the next flight's at 2:40 p.m., which is 123,000 yen. And I have found with my flight in particular, the best way to go is to go directly to the airlines and check them out. And so for me, Air Asia for in Asia, Southeast Asia, Japan, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, places like that. Air Asia, by booking directly on them, seems to be the cheapest way to go. So I highly recommend Air Asia. I'm going to show what it is from the States. But you can see here, one way, Tokyo to Cebu on April the 1st. Again, let's check out the prices directly on the airline. And again, these are in dollars. You can change that. I will switch it to yen again. And my flight is at noon. So they do have some that leave it, this is 8 hours, 3 o'clock to, 11:30, but that's a 8-hour flight, 10-hour flight, 12-hour, 17 hours, 21 hours. So there are cheaper flights, 23 hours, 26 hours. But again, if you want your journey not to be that long, you can go over here and make it shorter, up to one flight. Yeah, here we go. So there's 5 hours, up to 7 hours. Yeah, I think this is what I paid. So, like this is 8 hours, and it's 51,000. These 3 p.m. and lives at 10:30 p.m. This one's, same thing, leaves at 3, but lives at midnight. It's 10-hour flight. Then it jumps up to 78,891, and this is the one I actually have right here. It goes from Haneda at noon to Cebu, right to Cebu at 6:45 p.m. So it's a decent hour leaving. It's a decent hour getting there. So 7-hour flight, and it's 78,000. I think I paid 676, actually, maybe 77. So this may be a little bit more expensive than what I got it for. But yeah, I like Air Asia. Another reason I like it is they can go, like, if you are traveling to a different place, let's say if you go on a tourist visa and you want to go from, Cebu to Thailand after, say, 5.5 months. Bangkok, wait, oh, from, I guess I gotta push from first, Cebu, and then to, okay, Bangkok. So like, if you stay, you have to get an exit clearance after 6 months. So to avoid that, you can go somewhere after like 5.5 months, which I plan on doing at the moment, traveling. And if you're going here, like if I want to go from Cebu to Bangkok and I want to leave on, so 5.5 months, right? So April 1st, May, June, July, August, September. So like middle of September. So let's say I want to go on there on the weekend, like on a Friday on the 9th and come back on the 11th. Well, this one needs to be round trip, obviously. So yeah, leave on the 9th and come back on like the 11th. Click confirm and search. So look, I mean, you can go at noon, arrive at like 8 p.m. on a Friday night. It's like a 9-hour flight with a stop in Manila. It's only 17,813 yen, right? So every 6 months, right? So you're talking about, okay, so let's change this to US dollar instead of the Japanese yen, because I guess most of you guys will be in the US dollar. So let me change that over if I can find it. Where is the US dollar? Australian dollar, European, Japanese yen, Hong Kong. Where's USD? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So if you change it to US dollars and search for like Cebu to Bangkok for like the weekend, so basically it's about you know 157 US dollars round trip. Of course, going back to going back, well, you have to select your departing. It's probably like 300 bucks because you have to select your departing flight and your return flight. So if you select noon, okay, that's good. And then you check your return flight. And, returning, I don't care, 9:20 p.m., right, 7:20 a.m. That's a 9-hour flight. This is 21 hours, so I'd choose this one. So total is going to cost probably like 350 bucks, something like that, round trip. Plus, you're going to get a throwaway ticket, plus your weekend there. You might spend like 500 bucks every 6 months. That's like $1,000 a year. So, compared to like the SRRV for $20,000, I could do that 20 times, guys. Or at least for 10 years, at least half that time, and then I can change the SRRV later if I want, when it goes down to the $10,000 amount. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, it's 315. So $315 round trip. Plus, of course, you're going to need a hotel and food or something for the weekend, which isn't going to be a lot of money. Anyway, I like using AirAsia for Southeast Asia. Now, I was mentioning Onward tickets, so let me show you that. If you guys actually just Google search for Onward ticket, Onward tickets, onwardticket.com will be the first one that comes up. Seems like to be the most popular one. There's a top Onward ticket, and there's onwardtickets.com, best Onward ticket. There's a lot of these. Now you have to be careful. I heard a lot of them as could be rip-offs or whatever. But onwardticket.com seems to be really popular with a lot of expats in the Philippines. And you can get a flight reservation within 60 seconds. So what you do is you get like a one-way ticket, like me, to the Philippines, and then you have to have proof of going back. Now, a lot of people say that they are never asked for like their proof of return. And actually, with me for traveling, every time I've traveled, nobody has actually asked for proof of my return flight. But you're supposed to have it. So for me, it's better safe than sorry. So you can get on here on onwardticket.com, and all you do is it costs $12. You can click book now, get one way. Now in the route, you want to put where you're departing from, right? So let's say I'm going from Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and I'm going to, who cares really, right? It doesn't really matter. Tokyo, Narita, and then you put the date. So you want to make sure this date is within the 30 days if you're going on a tourist visa, because that's the visa-free time that you have. So for me, like I'm getting on April the 1st, and I would put, okay, I arrive on April the 1st, and let's say I'm leaving on April 21st. And then you just click the next button, put in your email and your name or whatever. And then you have different options. I'm not going to do this right now, but there's different options you can get. Like, I believe if you want it like today, you'll get it now. Yeah, here you go. So you get it like right now, or you can receive it later. I think that costs like a dollar more or something. You can extend it up to 14 days. So normally it's good for 48 hours. It's valid 48 hours. So you want to actually buy this ticket within 48 hours. But if you want to give yourself a little, lean time, you can get it valid up to 2 weeks. Well, if you have a flight delay or something changes or something, then you can do that. They do give you a personal reservation number or passenger name record is what it's called, so they can be checked on the airline. And anyway, that's how it works. Now, there's another one that a lot of people talk about, and it seems to be verifiable and it has good reviews. It's called bestonwardticket.com. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's valid for 48 plus hours, it says. So again, it has different options. $12. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. So you put your desired date of your onward ticket, and so if you want to add a destination for whatever reason, it's an extra $5. If you want to receive the ticket later, so like if I want to get it on the date I'm leaving or the day before, then I can pay $1 and they'll send it to me later instead of right now. But anyway, it's good within 48 hours. So you either want to book this within 48 hours of your flight, or you want to pay that extra buck and get it later. It's only $1, so I might do that, or I might just wait. So those are onward tickets. It's a lot cheaper than getting a round trip ticket. I checked. I'm not going to go on here and check again because this video is getting too long. But my price for a round trip ticket compared to like a one-way ticket was like $500 more. I guess I can show you that here on AirAsia. So I'm going from Haneda to Cebu on April the 1st. So let me change this real quick. I'll show you the price difference. So this is return. I need a one-way and search. So again, this is mine. So it's like $695 one way. If I change this to round trip, do the same search, looking that noon, 6:45 one. Oh, I need to put in a date. So it has to be within 30 days. So let's say April 29th. And wait and see what the results come up. So mine was like 6:29, and that was the noon flight. See if I can find the same one again. Yeah, here. So now it's 11:35. So, like I said, it's about $500 more if I was to buy a round trip ticket compared to getting a throwaway ticket. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting a one-way ticket and I'm getting a throwaway ticket. It's a lot cheaper. All right, let me make myself bigger. So there you have it, guys. That's what I use for getting airplane tickets to and from the Philippines, along with a onward ticket or a throwaway ticket, and why I'm getting it. If you guys have any questions or comments about this, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them if I can, or try to look up the answer if I don't know what it is. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in another video.